Good afternoon, my name is Felipe. Welcome to my channel, Tourism in Brazil. I'd like to invite you to subscribe in this channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. Don't forget, start the notifications. Leave a like, support the channel with donations. Share this video with your friends. Thank you very much. Be pleased to leave a commentary. Make your question. Let's start. It's a series of long articulated skeleton-like flat cars which have only a beam down the center. There are small platforms for the trailer wheels and a hitch for the fifth wheel. Gone is the large deck on associated with flat cars, which allows the cars to weigh 35% less. In the United States, several different methods or plans are used to determine the railroad charges for the service. First of all, considerable pig and container or flat car traffic move under contract rates, agreed upon between the railroad and the major shipper. In a few instances, ocean carriers contract for the entire train. In addition, there were pig plans that were applicable to containers and flat car traffic, as well as covered nearly all variations of who did what and who owned what equipment. Major plans were as follows. Plan 1. Motor carrier provides trailer and assumes responsibility for door-to-door haul. Railroad carries trailers on the long haul. Plan 2. Railroad provides trailer, rail, door-to-door service and uses a single bill of lading. Plan 2 and a quarter. Same of Plan 2, except railroad provides either door-to-ramp or ramp-to-door service, but not both. Plan 2 and a half. Railroad provides everything but shipper delivers to when picks up and ramp. Plan 3. Railroads provide flat car and carries trailers from ramp to ramp. Shipper provides trailer and bill of lading. Plan 4. Shipper provides trailers and flat cars or delivery trailers and from railroads. Plan 5. Joint railroads truck service, providing trailer and performing pickup and delivery. Carriers operate under a joint tariff. The most popular involved railroad ownership of containers or trailers. What was used mainly by freight forwarders and shippers, cooperatives rather than truckers. In late 1992, used as part of ED electronic data interface standards. 17 different two-digit codes are used, and they are categorized by ownership of the unit, service provided by carrier, and determination of carrier. Here are a few examples. Land transport to and from ports, and to and from Canada and Mexico. Code unit owners, service provided by carriers, determination of carrier. Train to rail, TRT door-to-door, truck competitive rates. 42 steamship stack operator, TR door to destination ramps. Domestic container movements, debit of prior or subsequent waterborne movement. Applies to United States, Canada, Mexico traffic patron supply equipment. Intermodal movement by over-the-road trucks. The truckers' role is very important at either end of most intermodal routes. In the United States, long-haul truckers cannot compete with double-stack containers trains in terms of cost and have difficulty in competing with them in terms of service. In markets where railroads choose to run trains on a regular basis, the hub and spoke concept was mentioned earlier. One concept to see more trucking racers serving as spokes, mainly because they cannot compete on the long haul. Figures from a few years ago showed typical over-the-road operating costs and a Teamster driving motor carrier were between $1.25 and $1.30 per hour, and for a non-Teamster truck between 90 cents and $1.25. Railroads could carry the same role for between 6 cents and $1.10 per mile. Note the overlaps. Several partnerships between major railroads and major motor carriers for handling intermodal containers were announced in the early 1990s. The rear wheel of a truck-trailer chassis is shown in Figure 8.5. Note the pins at each side which fit into the container's frame. On the highway, the rig looks like a conventional truck tractor semi-trailer. A current problem associated with moving containers on US highways is that combined weight of the container and truck trailers is sometimes greater than allowed by highway weight restrictions. Each state sets its own weight restriction except on interstate highways, so there is no uniform minimum. In some states, it's possible to meet the law by adding a third axle to the trailer chassis in the rear or adding an extra dolly with axle at the front. In California, one port is exploring the idea of buying local roads near the port from the state, so that state weight limits will not be enforced on them. Highway weight allowances in Europe are often higher than those in the United States. One Federal Highway Administration study showed that over 100,000 containers loads surveyed, 33.5%, were of weights that would place trucks in violation of highway weight restrictions. Most potential violations resulted from 20-feet container rather than container of greater lengths. Both import and export movement contained overloads. Of the 59,667 export containers tracked, 23,215 or 39% were overloaded. The fact that a higher percentage of violators were exported invariance with the usual explanation that the problem is caused by forward-loading containers for export to the United States without knowledge of U.S. highway weight limits. Common overload export cargoes were paper, plastic, resin, chemicals, forest products, and animal feed. Import cargoes were often overloaded, including beverage products, paper, ceramic, marble, and coffee. Thank you very much. Be pleased to